Hello my beautiful friends, go ahead and grab a snack, grab a drink, because we are going to be talking all about new makeup releases here in Pay or Stay Away today. And as we always do, we have a lot to talk about, so let's go ahead and jump right on in. So let's go ahead and jump right on into a new release from Fenty Cosmetics. They have been on a roll lately with their releases, and this is their Better Than Roses collection. This collection is available now, and it contains the Digital Dust Highlight in the shade Phoenix, which is a rosy copper. There's also a shade called Pink Moon, which is like right up my alley, which is a bubbly pink glow according to them. And they have also come out with, I think, 3 different lip shades. There is the Sequel Liquid Lip Set, the Gwendolyn Liquid Lip Set, and the B Movie? That's really called B Movie? The B Movie Liquid Lipstick Set for $19. All of the liquid lipstick sets are $19, and the 2 digital dust highlighters are $39 each. B Movie. Am I the only one shook up about this? Yes, that's what I thought. I am the only one. So all of the liquid lipstick sets don't really appeal to me. I'm sure there's people out there who love these shades. None of these shades I feel like would look good on me. You know, that bright pink obviously wouldn't look good on me. I already look like I pile 10 pounds of makeup every morning on my face. I don't need to add to that even more by having a super bright and intense lip that is going to draw even more attention to my overdrawn mouth. There is, however, something that does appeal to me in this collection, which is, of course, Pink Moon, the digital dust highlighter. Now, like I said, this highlighter is described as a bubbly pink glow, which sounds freaking adorable. I love pink. I love pink highlighters. I'm a sucker for them. But this is $39 for a highlight, and I think the last time that I spent that much money on one specific highlight was when I threw my money away at Lancome and I purchased a highlight, and then I purchased a backup of it for some insane reason, and then I purchased another one that was like 3 shades too dark for my skin. So I wasted a lot of money at Lancome that week. So I'm just getting like flashbacks from buying all of those Lancome highlights and immediately regretting it. So spending $39 on one highlight is a lot of money, especially when I can get some from indie brands that are like $7.99, I don't know, $12.99, maybe even $15.99 at the most. So for that reason, I don't think I'm gonna purchase this highlight. It looks beautiful, and honestly, if it was like 30 bucks, then I would probably get it because I love pink highlighters, and this looks beautiful. It looks like a rosy, kind of cool tone, taupey pink almost. 40 bucks for one highlight, and especially one that's as small as the digital dust highlights. I just can't be on board with that. We need to be sensible here, people. So this next makeup release is from Miss Natasha Denona, or to some, Natasha Denona. But this is the Bloom and Blush Highlight Palette. It is going to be available on February 12th, and you can pick it up at either Sephora or at beautylish, and it's going to retail for $55. So this face palette includes 4 different products. It includes the Glow Extreme Powder, which is kind of like what I have on my cheeks right now. I have one of her Diamond Glow powders on, and it's basically like a sparkly kind of sheer highlight topper, if you will. Then it comes with a Glow Cream Base, which is a beautiful peachy pink goldeny shimmery shade, which is like right up my alley. It also comes with a Duo Glow Blush, which is kind of like a highlight and blush combo, if you will. And it comes with a beautiful cream blush, which is a deep, rich burgundy shade. And this is a Valentine's Day release, but it is going to be made permanent after the holiday. So basically, this is a rose goldy, pinky, reddy themed palette, and I think that this highlighting and blush palette is going to appeal to a lot of people because obviously we can reach a wide variety of skin tones with this little palette she put together. So honestly, I'm pretty impressed by her color selection here. I feel like this is gonna match anyone from like light skin to maybe even deep dark skin. I mean, look at that blush. If you have dark or deep dark skin, that is probably going to be the most beautiful stinking blush on you. And honestly, I love blush, I love highlighter. This is right up my alley, and I think that $55 for a Natasha Denona face palette is not bad by any means. I mean, Too Faced came out with a blush and highlight palette a few months back that had a very similar setup to this, and I believe they charged $45, maybe 40 bucks. So the $55 price tag is actually really good for Natasha Denona. But there's one reason why I'm probably not gonna buy this, and that's because I already own both of her Duo Glow blush and highlight palettes, and these are like $90 each. So because I have both of these in my hand, it's 180 bucks of Natasha Denona. Do I really need to make that more? I don't think so. So although this is beautiful, and although I do really want it, I have these guys to use up, and really, am I gonna use up 2 different entire palettes of product like this? No, I'm not. Why did I buy these? I still ask myself that question to this day. So as I'm looking at my list here, I'm noticing that all of the Sephora brands that I have on the list today are all highlighters. Like, did I just pick out the highlighters from Trend Mood and just call it a day? But this next release is from Fenty Beauty, and she's releasing a few different things, but I chose to have tunnel vision and focused in only on the highlights, because that's how things work around here, I guess. She is coming out with 2 new Killawatt Freestyle highlighters. They will be available on February 12th, and they retail for $38 each. Now, when I saw these highlighters, I just felt a warm and fuzzy feeling on the inside because they look absolutely beautiful and they are unique and they are interesting, and Rihanna is like killing it when it comes to her releases. I have been thoroughly impressed by almost every single one of her releases. Now obviously we have some really interesting and fun and spring-like colors here. We have a shade called What a Brat, which is a 3D baby pink shimmer according to Trend Mood, and a shade called Chills with a Z that is an iridescent baby blue shimmer. Okay, I know I was saying that I'm not going to purchase a highlight for $39 from Melt, but now I'm thinking that I might want to purchase this Fenty Beauty highlight in What a Brat, the pink shade. That's like $38. I mean, it's $1 cheaper, but doesn't really excuse anything. But I think that this is such a unique highlighter that I don't personally feel like I'd be able to replicate what she's made here with another highlighter from an indie brand or something like that, because that's something that I try to do pretty often. If I see something that's mainstream that's pretty expensive, I'll go to the indie brands to see if they have something that's kind of similar that I can like use as a dupe almost and buy instead of having to spend 40 bucks on a highlight. Because a lot of times these indie brands have highlighters that are similar that are like 10 bucks, 7 bucks, 12 bucks, like I said earlier. So I'd rather spend less money, you know? Wouldn't we all? I don't really think I can find another highlighter that replicates this beautiful bubblegummy, sparkly pink highlight that she's come out with. And if you guys know of one, we have a comment box down below. Please let me know. Feel free to use it. So I'm being a hypocrite a little bit, but I might end up actually purchasing the What a Brat highlight because it's beautiful and I don't think I could find it anywhere else. But we'll just have to wait and see, because I'm just gonna have to see this baby in person to see if it really looks that intense and that bubblegummy pink in person, or if that's just like a filter or something, because who really knows with the internet? I mean, for all we know, they could be catfishing us with this beautiful bubblegum pink highlight. So this is something I'm gonna have to view with my eyeballs in person. But if I see it in person, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to resist not buying it. That's all I'm saying. So now we're moving on over into the indie world of makeup here, and we're getting started with Doll Beauty, which is a brand that I've never bought anything from, but I really like their aesthetic and their whole vibe they got going on. Their Instagram is really adorable, and I like their packaging. The whole vibe really appeals to me. They are a UK-based brand, and they are coming out with the new Sweet Treats palette. This baby will be available on February 11th, and I don't have a price as of right now. I'm gonna guess maybe around 50 pounds or so, so if you live in the US, maybe it'll be around 60 bucks. I'm not 100% sure, but this packaging and these colors, like, you guys are trying to take money out of my bank account, aren't you? You're trying to get me to spend my money on things I don't need. Are people deliberately trying to get me to spend all my money? Because I just want this so bad, but I know that I don't need it. I already have the P. Louise Secret Sinner palette, which has the same type of color scheme going on. I don't need this, but I want it, and I only really want it because these eyeshadows are pink and red, and they have been placed in a heart-shaped box. That is the only reason why I want this. Well, there's another reason as well, which is a little bit more justifiable, but it's kind of cherry picking here. I really don't need this. Obviously, we have a bunch of different matte shades of red and orange and pink and just colors that I love. You also do get 2 different pigments that are from their Sugar pigment line, which are all like candy colored pink and purple pigments, which is right up my alley yet again. So they really want me to spend my money on this palette, don't they? I really want to as well, let's be honest here. I would love to have this in my collection. This is adorable. This fits me perfectly, but like I said, I have that P. Louise palette, so I need to put my foot down here and just say, no, do not buy that. You have that. Do not spend your money on that, because you're just gonna let it sit around and not use it. That adorable palette deserves better than to be shoved in the back of a cupboard somewhere. Sorry, I had to push my hair back because it was bothering the living crap out of me. I need to go to bed. I've been up for way too long. If you guys just so happen to want to see a review on this palette, or if you're interested in it and you want to see me try it, then maybe I can justify purchasing it. I'm literally just looking for excuses to purchase this palette here. But for real, if you want me to do a review, maybe it would be worth my time to purchase this to show you guys. But if no one asks for a review, then I will go ahead and skip over it, even though I want it really, really bad. I want it for a dumb reason, just because it's in a freaking heart-shaped box. So I am super excited for this next release. This is from Ronnie Cosmetics, and she's coming out with her Shattered Gems palette. Now, we don't have really any information on this palette at all. We just have a few swatches and the name of the palette. Now, Ronnie Cosmetics is owned by Ishani, aka Total Makeup Junkie 101 here on YouTube. I absolutely freaking love that woman. I have shamelessly binge watched her videos so many times. She is the sweetest, most down-to-earth girl I think you'll ever watch here on YouTube, at least as far as the beauty community goes. She is absolutely amazing. She is super sweet and kind, and she's a little bit sarcastic and snarky, which I love. I've been watching her for quite a while, and she makes amazing content, and she came out with her brand Ronnie Cosmetics, I believe 2 years ago, and they basically only come out with lip products. And I think I've mentioned this before, but I don't buy lip products very often, so I don't know. I never purchased anything from Ronnie Cosmetics, but now that they are releasing this eyeshadow palette, I'm gonna have to purchase it. Obviously, one of the reasons why I want to purchase this is to support Ishani because I love her, but another reason is because I really like the color scheme that they've showed so far. In particular, I really like the purples, and I like the whole theme of this palette as well. Shattered Gems seems like a really good palette idea to me. I think you can go a lot of places with that type of idea. There are so many beautiful colors that are in gemstones, and I think that that is the perfect idea for a big eyeshadow palette. And another reason why I'm probably going to end up purchasing this guy is because of my curiosity. Now, I have watched countless reviews from Ishani, so I know that she's pretty picky with her eyeshadows, so I am really interested in seeing what kind of formula she comes out with this palette, because we've never seen eyeshadows from her, and I don't think that I've ever tried an actual influencer's brand before. I know that a lot of influencers have come out with eyeshadow palettes and whatnot, and I don't think I've actually tried them, so this would be the first time. I am super excited to see what the rest of the palette looks like. I'm just super excited for her in general and to see where Ronnie Cosmetics goes. I think it's so freaking impressive that she has created this brand for herself, and I've seen her talk about it in videos and whatnot, but it really seems like she just did everything on her own, and she just did it because she has a passion for this kind of stuff. A lot of beauty influencers get into like the 2 million subscriber range and like the 3 million subscriber range, and they somehow always drop a makeup brand, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you know makeup so freaking well, so I totally understand why people drop makeup brands, but it seems like everyone always does it around the same time. And I've heard a few people talk about this before, but it's almost like a backup plan for some people, and I'm not saying everyone. I mean, obviously it's not everyone. Honestly, this goes for just YouTube in general. Let's not even talk beauty community here. This is all of YouTube. All of these YouTubers with like millions of subscribers always end up starting their own brands because they need something to fall back on. This is their main source of income, so they make these brands to have another source of income for the seemingly inevitable day that YouTube crashes and burns. That's terrible. I'm kidding. That's sarcasm. Did though? I hope so. But Ishani is a big influencer, but she's not like a gigantic influencer. You know, she's still pretty down to earth, and she's still giving really honest reviews. She's not some huge 2 million, 3 million subscriber influencer. And that just really shows me that she has her head in the game here, and that she's really got a passion for the industry and for making makeup products, because it is so freaking hard and competitive to be in this industry and to start any sort of makeup line. So I commend her for doing that, and for successfully doing it, and for doing it without having to have 1 million subscribers to, I don't know, fall back on. Is that the right term? I'm probably gonna get some haters and some Poindexters in the comments chewing me out for saying this, even though I don't know why, but what are you gonna do here? That's just how I feel. We have strayed so freaking far from Ronnie Cosmetics here, but let's go ahead and wrap it up. So the final indie brand that I wanted to talk about is the Collective Cosmetics, and they recently came out with their Bundle of Love, which is like their Valentine's Day collection. Now, they came out with some really beautiful red and purple and pink glittery looking eyeshadows that totally appeal to me. These are available now, and they retail for $34 for all 5 eyeshadows, or you can get them as individual single shadows for $8 each. I think the $34 for 5 shadows is a really stinking good deal. freestyle. But I think that these colors are beautiful. I love that there are some deeper, smokier tones in here, but of course I love those beautiful angelic pinks, and there's a beautiful rose gold shade that is in this collection that just looks like the most beautiful, super sparkly and glittery rose gold. It is right up my alley. Honestly, this whole little collection thing they've come out with here is right up my alley. Now, this brand is also really into conspiracy related things. They've named a few of their products after conspiracies, like I'm pretty sure one of their highlighters was Rockefeller or something like that. And I appreciate that and I respect that, because as many of you guys may know, I am very much so a crazy conspiracy theorist. My tinfoil hat may not be on right now, but that does not mean that I don't have one hiding in my closet behind this backdrop. All jokes aside, I think that this collection is beautiful and I don't think that it's a bad price at all. I've been really interested in trying them as a brand. You know, I love trying indie brands, so this definitely piqued my attention, and I'm not sure if I want to purchase it yet, just because I know that I probably have these shades, but I really want to try out this brand and give them a chance. They look like they could have some hidden gems in their collection. But it is way past my bedtime, so I'm gonna go ahead and hop off camera here. Obviously, I'm starting to get a little bit loopy and a little bit crazy, have run-on sentences. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here. But please do let me know down in the comments, what are you gonna be purchasing for this week and what are you gonna be skipping over? And let me know if you want to see that doll beauty review, because I just want an excuse to buy it. Let's be completely transparent here. But that is gonna be wrapping up this week's Pay or Stay Away. If you are interested in seeing more of these types of videos, then I would absolutely love it if you would hit that subscribe button down below. And if you enjoyed the video and you would like to see more, go ahead and give me a big old thumbs up. But I hope that you are having an absolutely amazing and beautiful day wherever you are, and thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you next time. Bye! I'm gonna go ahead, take this mask of makeup off here, and go straight to sleep, because that's clearly what I need.